tap here, and this was the hardest frame I've ever had to build. I had to redo this so many times. Not the video, the build. Because she is damn finicky. Okay, I landed it on this for my final build. Don't laugh, I don't have Blind Rage in there. Because I don't have Prime's continuity. Which makes it impossible for me to keep my 4 up. So I have to have Transient Fortitude in. I have it in currently because 25% ability duration is rectified by this, plus an extra 5%. The only problem is, this makes it impossible to get my build working. Because without my Razor Wing, I don't go fast, I don't have fire rate, I don't have evasion, and I'm not constantly in the air. Which, yeah, aviator. So, just to go over the build, replace these with rank 5 if you can. I have to have Arcane Energize in. I don't have it maxed. I don't have a maxed one, okay? And preferably this would also be maxed out, but I don't have one that's maxed because I kept selling them because I'm absolutely dog crap at landing headshots with non-sniper rifles. My only issue with this gun is this. So we have secondary enervate to counteract it. On hit, increase crit chance by 10%. It does not mean this. It just adds a flat. And yeah, you can see where this is going. Anyway, as for the other parts of the Dex Pixia, I have a Hornet Strike at rank 9 because I genuinely don't know why. My younger self in stupidity upgraded this to rank 9. We have Gunslinger for more fire rate. Even though, like, this is, like, not necessary. We have Tainted Clip. Stunning Speed, which gives us reload speed and status chance. We really only care about the speed part and its polarity. I know, like, Quick Draw would be better, most likely, like, at 48%. But if we were to put that in, then we would get less slash procs, and yeah. Also, it doesn't, I'm pretty sure it only works in, like, 10th intervals. So, yeah. It's basically the same. Perpetual Agony is not needed. Basically, any status mod's not needed. Galvanized Diffusion instead of Barrel Diffusion because it gives more multi-shot. We have Convulsion because I don't have a 60/60 mod. Accelerated Isotope for more fire rate. And Tainted Clip for more mag size. Yes, I'm aware of the disadvantage it poses of minus 30% reload speed. However, Slip Magazine provides half the benefits, and it has a minimum, too, of 0.2 seconds. So yeah, it's not really necessary. And the maximum deviation with this gun is already 0.02 degrees. Now, as for other mods I would recommend, an Expel mod, because honestly, I just need that. Now, as for the gun itself, it's alright. It's fast firing. Now, the Dewata doesn't even matter. I just built it for the sake of it. Focus Ratodon, basically your normal build, but Yeah, let's just skip it. Now, as for the abilities. Spellbind. This allows you to become immune to status effects. And also, I'm about 90% sure applies prime sure-footed to you. Tribute is pretty nice. Minus hit chance is kind of decent, but Dust is... Like, I don't use any of these except for Thorns, which provides damage reduction. Lantern, I wish I had the Helmet segment this time for Thermal Sunder instead, because I wish I could zoom this off. And then Razorwing, the star of the show. This allows you to turn into basically a demigod, allowing you to become as harder to hit and make enemies more vulnerable to damage. However, the melee damage is deceptive. It is weak as shit. Now, the energy per second drain sucks ass. It's 5 at base. Meaning, if I got to full energy, it would take a little around. It would only take a few minutes for. It would only take 2 minutes for this to drain. That is why I wanted to put Equilibrium on here. But for the life of me, I could not find a slot, and I just realized that got freed up. Lower to 60%, but still. Now onto the Augment. Razorwing Blitz. Recommendation for this build. Do not sprint unless you want to move in a short burst. This sprinting with this Augment makes you go Mach 2 for about a split second. Why do I say Mach 2? Let me show you. If I'm gonna go to the Orbalis just to show you this because it's large and open. You don't even need an Arcwing for this. It's just hilarious how weirdly it works. Yeah, you start going really fast. And also, as for people, as for the weapons of the frame itself, Naruduk, Quartz, and the Warframe. The Warframe does absolutely bonkers damage. This isn't on the right config, hang on. This is the config I recommend, and for the Naruduk, just go with a general status build, or a crit build, depending on how you're feeling that day. Reason why I say that is because, well, I prefer the status build over the crit build, because status build does damage over time, which means I have to aim less. Oh, but I can't aim! Get better. I'm sorry, but there's no... Because for some reason this stupid thing has no aim assist. I don't know why. Just, please, for the love of God, don't blame me. Oh, people are pricing it too high. Look, if you don't... Look, it's probably going to be more expensive, but I'm sorry, I cannot control that. Hell, mine was 170. I had to sell a ribbon for it. But... Now, as for how you can obtain Titania Prime, you can't right now, because because she's vaulted. I had to buy it. And when I say that, I'm serious. Now, as for her passive, that's what it does. Yeah, I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I haven't even noticed this passive at all. Because when you're in Razor Wing, you're so tiny that you're pretty hard to hit. Now, is she available in the Conclave? Yes, but only her non-prime. If you seriously want to build around the big-ass sword, just use Excalibur. I'm not even kidding. Excalibur is, like, better in almost every way. It doesn't even have a unique trait. It's that bad. The Dex Pixia is just a good pistol. But as for the stupidity... Now, this is for a low, like, playtime build. It's good. But also, if you seriously want a budget build, I'll make one for you. Now, as for budget builds concerning this frame, I would always suggest Aviator and the Exilis, because I'm pretty sure you already get prime sure-footed effects from year 1. And as for the slot, just pick anything you want that fits. Yeah, this is the budget build. It could work. I'm just not gonna try it because I don't trust myself half the time. Anyway, now to